Hey everybody, welcome back to our neck of the woods. So in this video, hopefully we're going to be able to finish out the entire front of the house and the side of the house. We're going to be finishing the gutters. We're going to be getting everything painted. We're going to be getting a lift, but today I got a few unboxings that we have to do. We got to go and get supplies, and we have to do as much as we can to the house without actually having the lift, because the company that I used to rent from sold out and all of the prices have gone up at least 3 times. And I'm not even joking when I say that. So stay tuned. I'll tell you what I got going on and hopefully what we can get accomplished. All right, so first thing, hopefully I want to get done today. I've been noticing we've been getting some wasps up on our ceiling here. I've got a few of those little pods forming. Not to mention, they seem to be leaving like dirt tracks almost. It looks like, if you guys are watching The Last of Us on, I don't even know what channel that is. Is it HBO or something else? But if you watch The Last of Us, it basically looks like a sprawling out fungus, but it looks like it's made of mud. So I'm pretty sure a bug is doing that. But if you look up there, it literally looks like just disgusting fungus. Like, I almost want to say like maggots from down here. So what I want to do, hopefully, is get up on the scaffolding, kind of wash the ceiling, and then spray this thing down with my poison control. And then hopefully if anything does try to get up there again and touch that lumber, it's basically now poisoned. And hopefully we don't leave a white residue from the poison left behind, because we are dealing with such a dark color. And then again, as for the lift, yeah, the company that I was renting from, they've sold out to a big wig company, but they were about a $50 delivery. Now they've got $175 minimum, not to mention, because again, it's a big wig company, they can basically just do whatever they want. And the lift has gone up over like $200 a day. Skid steers, everything that you can think of is now just absolutely astronomical. It is so stupid. But again, thanks to Intel and them wanting to come down there, I'm sure the big wig company knew that they were going to make money by paying millions for a business and then be able to make those millions back, because Intel and other companies are always going to go there and have to rent the equipment. So as much as we can do down here on the ground, the better. So with the ladder, I just need to measure up along all of these guys and get the gutter lengths already pre-cut and kind of semi-installed, so that way I'm not wasting any time. So like on the corners, for example, I already put my corner end plates on them, get them riveted and siliconed, so that way I'm not doing that with the lift. And I'll already have my lengths cut out, so all I'll have to do is attach my corner pieces, and then it'll be that much further and that much done that we aren't wasting time again on the lift. Now, as for unboxing number 1, I have found out what we want to use for getting our hose bibs and everything on the outside of the house. This is what I decided to go with. I do not know how to say it. I think it's Aquor. AQUOR. And basically what these fancy guys are is they're basically a quick connect system. So I'm sure you guys have seen pictures or videos from other people out there, like these videos right here. And basically their claim to fame is they are a frost-free hose attachment. This one in particular I liked because of how small and easy it would be to install. The other one is a much bigger rectangle. And the difference between this one, I think this is version 1 and version 2. This one has the air release on it, on the attachment that you actually have to quick connect. So this little guy will go onto your garden hose, and then this quick connect goes in there and locks in, and then the air release, or the air brake or whatever it's called, is basically built into this thing. But this just stays always attached to your garden hose, so when you put it in and take it out, it's got an air release. The other one has an air release built into it, but the reason why I didn't like that is because you have to drill out, at least for us, such a large hole, square hole, out of the lumber, out of the foam, and hopefully it would not be deep enough that it wouldn't engage the concrete. Well, if you look at this guy, much smaller of a design, We do not have to cut the concrete any bigger than the diameter of what this guy is down here. And even though this is bigger up here, this is fine because this is not going to ever hit the concrete. We've got a mount that goes on here that gives it a natural slope. We've got obviously the LP lumber, and then we've got the foam, so I don't have to worry about drilling a hole this big through the concrete, even though that's just a hair smaller, but that cuts down on drilling the concrete basically. But it's going to be a much cleaner, prettier install. And again, it's got a natural slope to it. It's got an air brake. The only difference is, I guess it depends where you live. You either are allowed to run this in your jurisdiction or you're not. You basically, it depends on code again. Do you have to have it permanently attached to the house for your air release, air brake, whatever they call it? And or you can use this that still has it. It's just not permanently attached to the house. But you have to have this anyway because nothing else can double like silicone ring itself into itself to be able to make this thing to work to begin with. So it's not like this thing is ever going to go away, and hopefully the company never goes belly up, because if these break, then of course I'm kind of I'm out of luck there. But this is what I have decided to go with. So I think this is going to be really easy to install. We just have to go rent a tool that's going to be $1 million and be able to drill through the concrete, the diameter of that. And then we can stick it on there, silicone it to the house, screw it in, and paint it up. And we don't ever have to worry about anything because this is marine grade stainless steel. So this thing basically should last a lifetime. But again, I do love that look and I love that design, and it should be long enough, hopefully, with that PEX A brass fitting attached to it. It should just barely stick out on the inside LVLs of the house, so we will be able to PEX A quick attach our water lines on the inside. And it should just look awesome, and we don't have to worry about any on-offs. You literally just screw in, turn a half turn, and the water's already going to start to flow. You don't have to sit there with a knob or worry about it breaking off. The lid that it comes with is almost flush to the house. I think it's going to look and perform very well. All right, so next unboxing that we have to do here, when we get the gutters finally already installed, we're not going to be able to get up on the roof easily anymore. I used to put the ladder up against like the front fascias. Well, with gutters on there, I do not want to attach or lean my ladder up against the gutters. So I bought this little cheating device here, kinda. It gives the ladder more stability, but that little like extension on here that bolts onto the ladder will now sit on the roof. It's got a wider stance so the ladder doesn't fall easy, and basically it's going to make getting up and down a lot easier. And again, we'll be sitting on the shingles as opposed to pushing the ladder up against my brand new gutters that I don't want to like dent or destroy. So I'm going to bolt this guy up here real quick, see if it works on my particular type of ladder. Then I've got a bunch of errands to do today, and then hopefully in a few days when we get the lift, we'll be able to knock out everything that I was talking about and get those gutters kind of pre-assembled before we actually have to get them installed and when the lift actually gets here. All right, so no directions, just some pictures. Install looks relatively easy though. Again, hopefully for this type of ladder, this thing works out, but hopefully we can just leave it permanently attached to the ladder. And obviously it'll still work as an A-frame because it'll be sitting in here. And then when we open it up in an extension, hopefully it won't be in the way of anything. Uh-oh. I don't know if this is going to work or not. I don't think the outriggers are going to work with this bar in the way. They're supposed to extend out further than a normal ladder. I guess technically if I don't need this outrigger now because I have something more like bolted to it and to give it reinforcement, I guess I could cut this little paper thin aluminum outrigger right here. And then this guy slips down into the hole right there. But yeah, the way this is sitting right now, that's not going to bolt on like that. All right, I got it. I moved these extenders 2 notches more out. So now these bars are now almost acting as the reinforcement bar that went across. They're like pinched in. In fact, instead of replacing that aluminum bar, I could even drill a hole down through here, down through the aluminum, and then pinch these guys together. Now this bar that runs all the way across is now acting as that reinforcement bar. So I guess let's open this thing up, set it up on the roof, see if it'll actually work. And again, the goal here is basically just not to touch the gutters. If I get up and down on the roof using this, I'm not gonna ever take up anything heavy. I'm not gonna like put shingles on using this. It's literally just to get my body up on there, clean the gutters out every once in a while. And again, I don't have to rely on a lift. Not bad, looks okay. Gives a little bit of an angle. Can go up one more higher though and not hit the gutter. And it's always best to have the ladder go beyond the roof, so that way when you get up and get down, it's easier. I don't know, what do you think? See, now it is, I just broke my arm 13 days ago. Let's give it a shot, which FYI, I would make sure the bottom of your ladder is always at least on a dry deck, because I bet this guy gets a little slippery. And it looks like it's got some soft rubber boot pads that it doesn't hurt the shingles at all. But yeah, I mean, I think this thing has like a 300-pound capacity or something like that. So I highly doubt my little butt is gonna collapse these. Yeah, see, we need to clean out these gutter guards. Well, the gutter guards keep all of that stuff out of there. We need to get up on the roof. We need to actually blow these off probably once a year. And in fact, I really don't even have to get up on the roof. The wind will probably blow those down eventually, but that is a lot of whirly birds that collect. So yeah, let's go ahead and just at least get the leaf blower, blow all these off. But I like that. That's a good invention. Keeps the, again, that keeps the gutters safe. It's got a much wider stance for stability. And if you guys are interested in one or one like it, I guess, I'll link it down below on my Amazon account. Yeah, so let's talk about that for a second. Gutter guards, do they actually work? Yeah, they keep the gutters clean and they keep the downspouts clean, but would we really ever have a problem if we did take the gutter guards off? We've got oversized gutters. I believe they're the 5-inch deep, so bigger than your typical 4, not as big as your 6s. But our downspouts are 3x4s instead of 2x3s. So not really much of anything could probably get clogged in there, especially if the water's fast enough, because it is such a big downspout. And then the downspouts that run underground, that's 4-inch pipe. So would that ever get clogged with leaves and stuff? I don't know. But the gutter guards work, but they hold so much debris and leaves and sticks and everything that almost kind of hinders water getting down in there. So don't know exactly how I feel about the gutter guards at this moment, especially living on such a heavy wooded property. But I don't know. I guess this is going to be probably a 2-year, 2 times a year thing. One, when all of the buds come off of some of these trees that are up there, and I can see all of the whirly birds that are up on there. So that's 2 times a year basically we have to do that. The second time being when the leaves actually come off. So it's easy just to get up there with the blower and just blow them off, but it does have to be done unless a huge powerful windstorm comes through and blows everything off, which actually hasn't happened in about 2 weeks. We haven't seen any rain. So gutter guards, I guess they're good and they're bad. They are definitely not put them on and forget about them. They are put them on and you still have to go up there and probably do yearly maintenance. You just now don't have to go up and do yearly maintenance of actually cleaning the gutters out with water or anything, or worrying about downspouts actually getting clogged up. So I don't know, worth it? I don't know. You be the judge. Hey everybody, welcome back for another day. Not a lot's gonna get done, and I apologize like I first showed in this video. Every time I open my big freaking mouth and say I'm gonna do something in a video, it never gets done, or I have to wait for a part 2. But not successful at getting a lift, and it's actually been like 2 weeks later. The weather and the storms have really been coming in. I'm not gonna pay those prices for the lift. I did find a place further away that still has good quality rates, and they can rent me a trailer so I can go and get it myself. But the only updates I got, really, I've been working on the inside of the house, doing some stuff in the basement that I'll show you guys later. We do have to make this a part 2 though, for me to get the lift, get everything painted. And one update though that I want to show you guys, we did start working on our railings finally. But install fairly easy. I found out where I needed to kind of like put a 4x4 post, drilled a hole, used the jigsaw, cut on down through there. Those go all the way down. They're attached to all of the floor joists and the outside like rim joists and stuff. They're bolted with like 1/2-inch lag bolts, or a special type of 1/2-inch lag bolt, and I'll show you later when we do this side. But really strong, really secure. Ended up going with treated 2x6s on top. I did have to do some work to them because the edges are obviously a lot sharper on a 2x, like down in here. But I ended up using my router and routing the edges off to make them a lot smoother, sanded them all down, and now pretty much we're ready for stain. And what the design that we're gonna go with on these is this picture right here. We're gonna be using stainless steel cable and stainless steel inserts and stainless steel clamps and everything like this. They get inserted on each side as the cabling goes all the way on through. Got a special hydraulic tool to crimp the cable into these guys. And then there's just like pass-through bits. So this all is finished out very nice. And I do not want to install it yet until it gets stained, because I don't want to get a dark stain on anything and then have to worry about it like getting in the cabling, and then it just looks nasty. So we need to get this side done as fast as possible, get this guy stained as fast as possible, and then we'll be able to put the cabling in and everything will look 100%. But the only thing you have to make sure is in your jurisdiction, are you allowed horizontal fall protection versus vertical? Because I think some jurisdictions don't allow you to go horizontal because kids can climb up it and then fall over. But luckily for my jurisdiction, I don't have to worry about that. We can go ahead and do the horizontal, and I think it's gonna look freaking awesome. But again, I apologize. It has been so long since I keep posting videos. Just trying to get little tidbits here done, and I don't know, it is what it is, and no one watches these videos anyway anymore, so whatever. But my arm's doing good. I'm actually a little over 4 weeks out. I think it's actually day 32. I was actually just chopping some of that tree apart, and I can actually hit stuff really hard with an axe and do push-ups again, and this arm's feeling great. So recovery took a little bit longer than expected, but 32 days, I guess that's not too bad. But once again, I am sorry that I didn't do in this video what I wanted to get done. Just want to give you guys an update, show you what some further projects are going to be look like. And then again, once I get that side done, when we actually get the lift and we actually paint the front of the house, I will go ahead and maybe even stain the deck in that video too. Then once it dries, we can put the cabling in, and then again, 100% the front of this house will basically look done, minus getting the front sidewalks in. So I cannot freaking wait. It's gonna look so awesome. But just a little bit update for you guys, and I'll be back in a few days with some more videos and some more progress on the house. So till then, stay tuned. Head over to Instagram at NeckofTheWoods 2020, and you can see that these pictures have actually been up for a while. So some of you already knew that we started to do the railing system. And message down below, let me know what you guys think about the gutter guards. Let me know what you guys think about the design of those railings and everything. And I gotta get dressed, head to work, and I'll see you guys next time. So take care.